Every man is an island. I stand by that.
4 Weddings and a Funeral.
Okay.
Notting Hill.
Yeah.
Bridget Jones's Diary.
Oh, okay.
Let's talk about
Hugh Grant.
Yes, let's talk about Hugh Grant.
All right.
This is this practice that we used to do on our old podcast, and we thought we'd bring it here where we kind of go through an actor's
Body of
career.
work.
Yeah. And we have 6 categories that we kind of split it down, and we have to choose one to go into. So these categories are something that they were in or did that we love, like, hate,
Or dislike, or not interested in.
we secretly love, something we are embarrassed we haven't seen, and something that we're going to add to our watch list. And so we each kind of go through, their IMDb, and we put one thing into each category so that we can discuss Hugh Grant.
All right.
So let's go. Yeah. You go first.
Hugh Grant is one of my favorites. I love his style and his dry English humor. So he's a favorite of mine. So
good. So something you love.
Notting Hill.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite movies.
One of your top 5s forever. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That didn't make my list at all. I know. Oh no. If I had a ring, would I have to give it back to you?
Yeah.
Good thing you saved that money.
Wow.
Hugh Grant probably gave his women rings.
Certainly gone through more than
I'm glad you love him, but haven't learned anything from him.
So anyway.
So Notting Hill is one of your favorite movies of all time.
It is.
Why is it?
Oh, it's great. The premise is really cool. I mean, just the thought of bumping into a famous person and having them become interested in you, I think is a dream of a lot of people.
Well, and then being a soulmate.
Oh.
No, nice try, gorgeous, but you don't fool anyone.
Pathetic effort to hog the brown.
I think we've talked about this before, but maybe not on here. People have their freebie lists for or their hall passes. We came
freebie.
Why does he keep making that noise? We came up with a Notting Hill list. So taking it much, much further from just a hall pass or a freebie.
Changing it, actually.
Yeah. To what celebrity out there would you actually want to marry and spend the rest of your life with? So that definitely changes things. I don't even feel like I have a freebie list anymore. I don't have the time or energy for that sort of thing. But my Notting Hill list kind of keeps evolving and going.
Yeah.
And you don't even...
I don't really even have one. I mean, look, I spend so much time and energy trying not to disappoint you that the thought of thinking about somebody else to try to make happy is just overwhelming.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
Well, mine's John Krasinski, Will Ferrell, Sterling K. Brown. That's where I am right now. I used to have more, and they all started doing something stupid and falling off the list.
Yeah, you've lost a lot of them to
stupidity.
Bad behaviors.
Okay, so something I love.
Yes.
Sense and Sensibility, which again is in my top 5 of favorite movies of all time. So that's why it does have to go there.
Sure.
If you know, you know. It's just one of those movies. It's wonderful and beautiful, and I love it. I love the difference between the sensibilities and the sisters. And
I've come here with no expectations, only to profess, now that I am at liberty to do so, that my heart is and always will be.
It's just great. So anyway, he has a much smaller part in that movie. It's not really his movie, but I count it. So
well, and that leads into mine. The
something you like.
Something I like is Love Actually.
Oh,
which he has a smaller part in that. It's not his movie. It's it's the 4 or 5 or 6 different storylines. But his is so You
have this kind of problem? Yeah, of course you did, you saucy minx.
His is one of my
His
favorites.
is great. And the whole movie's great.
The whole
you
movie
can't-
is great.
Yeah, you can't beat it.
Yeah, he's prime minister. I mean,
Yeah.
what could go wrong?
So the movie I like,
Yes.
and this was really hard. I mean, because when you go through his like rom-com era, they're all so good
yeah.
that it's really hard to say that one versus this one and that sort of thing. But I ended up choosing 2 Weeks Notice.
Yeah, see, that didn't make my list. But
It's hard.
It was right there
I
under
know.
Love Actually.
And for me right here, it was music and lyrics and 2 Weeks Notice. Those two are so good and whatever. But I love Sandra Bullock and him together. It was just really, it was great. So that's where I am there.
Sandra Bullock, I think, could possibly be an overlooked rom-com star.
Enjoying it either, you know. Before you came into my life, I was capable of making all kinds of decisions. Now I can't. I'm addicted. I have to know what you think. What do you think?
George, I think you're the most selfish human being on the planet.
That's just silly. Have you met everyone on the planet?
I don't think she's overlooked. I think people
Really?
have very
Okay.
much put her in the rom-com
I guess
era.
I just don't pay attention to the conversations.
While
out
you were
there.
sleeping, the proposal.
That's, well, yeah.
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 Okay, so something you hate or that you don't want to watch again.
So
Can't be something you haven't
I
seen.
stopped watching this halfway through, maybe. Maybe I didn't make it halfway through. Did you hear about the Morgans?
Oh, that's a good one.
I don't think so.
It is a good one. You should see it. It's not a great one. It doesn't deserve to be on like any of these, but it's worth watching.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you also have to like her.
And I do.
And Sam Elliott, you know.
Luckily, I called ahead and got a table near the mayonnaise.
You must know someone.
Well, I mean, Sam Elliott can only do so much. I didn't.
Only 10 men can pull off that mustache, and he's 9 of them.
Yes. Okay, so.
Thing I hate, and I can say hate on this one.
Wow.
Because it was bad.
Okay.
Mickey Blue Eyes.
I never
Bad.
saw it. Yeah, I have no interest in it, but I never saw it.
Bad.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Just a little screw up. But what did he? We got it under control.
There's not even anything worse. Just don't bother. Don't do it.
Are you covering
I am
it?
hiding because I don't like you seeing. I want them to be a surprise.
I can't read them from here. I got my glasses on.
Okay.
I can barely read mine, so I'm like,
Something you secretly love.
music and lyrics.
Oh, you did put that there?
Yeah, of course.
It's so good. It's
Yeah.
so good. It's so good. I mean, it is so funny.
Yes. I think so.
Yeah, the two of them together, really, that's a good one.
I've been sleeping with a clown above my bed. Clown is not right. What is that word?
Cloud.
Well, write more clearly. How can I
Why would
possibly
you have a
read?
cloud in your bed?
Let me tell you, it would not be the first time.
Oh, yeah, I'm not surprised.
Just write. I can.
Yeah, and what's her face? Sandra Johnston? What's her name? That plays her sister in the movie.
Kristen Johnson.
Kristen Johnson.
Johnson.
Okay.
From Third Rock. Yeah.
Yeah. And
The whole thing's funny.
Yeah.
And the music's good.
The music is pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
And so is his dancing.
Yes, the dancing can
And
be left.
Another overlooked, I gotta stop saying overlooked because people are probably looking.
Yeah.
Brad Garrett as his manager,
Oh,
I thought was great.
yeah.
I thought he was really good in that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My secretly love is 9 Months. It's not really a secretly love because that's probably one of my favorite of his of all time. That movie it's Robin Williams, really. I quote so much from that movie and it's mostly all of Robin Williams' lines. But, Tom Arnold in there, Jeff Goldblum in there, like there's a lot of good stuff going on in that movie. I really like it.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay.
I've got it! Oh, thank God! Nurse! Yes, doctor? Call the anesthesiologist! This woman needs an enema!
An enema?
Enema? No, she needs a pedicure! Pedicure?
This ain't no goddamn beauty parlor.
Epitaph! Epitaph? She's not dead, you moron! Epidermis? What is it, epilady?
Epidural, asshole!
Anything you are embarrassed you haven't watched or haven't seen.
Yes.
Okay.
4 Weddings and a Funeral.
You should be embarrassed by that.
I'm
Yeah.
embarrassed.
That's a classic.
I'm properly embarrassed.
It's an absolute classic, so you
Yeah.
should see that.
Yes.
Okay. Mine, I have nothing. I've seen
Wow.
everything I want to see.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
And are you adding anything to your watch list?
I am. So, in the spirit of this list, I'm adding something, but if I don't ever see it, I'll be okay.
Okay.
The Gentleman.
I did want to. I haven't seen that either, and we talked about
when
it.
that came out, we looked at the cast and we're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, that's got to be at least decent."
Right.
And I've
agree.
never gotten to it, so
I agree. I wouldn't mind watching it at some point.
okay.
Yeah. Mine is A Very British Scandal. I have watched the two after that. I think there's like A Very Royal Scandal, and then there's another one. I didn't see his season, so I would like to go back and watch because from what I understand, it's a very important story, and he did a great job, and so I do want to go back and watch that.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, everything else is all honorable mention.
Yeah.
Right? The Bridget Jones movies about a boy is wonderful.
Yeah. I haven't seen him in anything where I didn't like him. Did you hear about the Morgans? Was just it wasn't
Yeah,
his
it's
fault.
a bit tedious.
It wasn't even her fault.
Yeah.
It wasn't really because of anybody involved. It just that it didn't move fast enough or something. It just,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I do like the transition that he's made in these last few years to just kind of doing what it seems like what he wants to do, having fun or being serious or being this or that. Like The Undoing was an amazing change for me to see him in a completely different light.
Yeah.
So I'm really happy with where he's going, and that, you know, not everyone can make that switch from being such a rom-com person, you know. So good for him on that.
Yep.
Yeah.
One of my favorites.
That's us talking about Hugh Grant.
Yeah.
Please subscribe. We're going to do these from, you know, interspersed here and there in between reviews and that sort of thing. You know, whenever we feel like it's worth talking about someone.
Give us a comment, you know, if
Yeah,
there's something that you like. Sorry.
No, go
If
ahead.
there's something that you like that we haven't talked about, let
Please.
us know. Or
Yeah.
if you disagree with one of our takes on, did you hear about the Morgans or something like that, you know, let us know. We're very interested in other people's opinions, so we'd love to hear from you.
Absolutely, definitely. And I will link my review of Heretic right here. Please like the video. Like we said, subscribe. Hopefully you'll enjoy these in the future.
Hope so.
Yeah.
We're going to keep trying.
Yes. I'm Danny.
I'm John.
And this is our Charmed Midlife. Thanks so much for watching, and we will see you next time.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.